All right, we're in for game number 3. Rage Forest here between Tatoh's teams and Ganji's teams. And we actually have a bit of a switch-up while there's a lot of action going on. Chaos to win. Again, always true to his name, looking to create chaos, trying to lame a Rhino here right off the bat. We'll get into positions in just a moment after we watch all of this play out. FedEx trying to batter through the walls and prevent that Rhino from being stolen. Still has its food on it because it was killed by the villagers, so at the very least, FedEx could send a whole bunch of vills out to work on that. Where's my hatch with the 2 months? Thank you so much. Appreciate it. Alrighty. So we're going to let these Vill wars play out a little bit, but we'll talk about positions because Ganji's team went for a little bit of a switch-up. Ganji was playing the flank in the first 2 games as blue. This time around, it'll be FedEx taking that position. FedEx in the blue playing as the Lithuanians. He is across from Chaos to win, who's in the orange playing as the Berbers. Now, Berbers have that faster Vill speed from the get-go, makes them great with these Vill wars, and it does look like we found a kill. Could have just been the scout, though, I think, of all things, from FedEx. But FedEx losing a scout doesn't feel good. And very open on this side. Once again, massive open space in front of the bases here for our blue and orange players. So very difficult to wall at the very least. Now, the pockets behind them, this time around it will be Ganji in the green. He's playing as the Mongols. And he's got 3 extra rhinos over here. Fantastic for the Mongols to find in a very protected base, I would say. All in all, could end up walling all this up and be nicely compact if he needs to be. Now, the opposite pocket will be Nilly. No, will be Tatoh. Sorry. Tatoh has swapped to the pink this time around. So, Tatoh here in the pink playing as the Khmer, and he has 2 pawns. Now, he's given one of those to Nilly, as you can see already. But that means that each pocket here on Tatoh's side gets a fish boom. That's not going to be the case for Ganji's team. Ganji's team has 2 pawns as well, but they're on the completely other side of the map on the flanks position. So if we take a look at those flanks, where we have not watched any of the early action, but it looks like some early walls did go up. Moore is once again in the red, playing as the Poles, and he's currently trying to batter down walls and create a little bit more chaos here for Rapard. Rapard in the gray, playing as the Turks. Looks like he just wants to try and make his way to the Castle Age, as the Turks classically do, get those Janissaries rolling. Now, all of that said, it is Rapard's base that sports the 2 pawns here for Ganji's team. Now, Sleepy Sweet already making use of one of those pawns. I wonder if he'll end up taking both, or nope. There you have it. Rapard now sending a villager to the back. So it'll be 1 flank and 1 pocket player on this side with the pawns versus the 2 pockets on the other side with the pawns. That's going to create an interesting imbalance overall in this game. And I'm curious to see how that plays out. Did we already check the favorite corner? We have not just yet, Terrence. We'll check that out when we have a moment to breathe. All right. FedEx is going for the walls. And in order to get these walls up, he's sending 4 villagers out to do so. So that's a lot of idle time from these 4 villagers. And he has to take note of this position as well. Obviously, they have everything scouted. But he's going to have to wall this off or this off as well. Possibly just this. But that gives a nice center pathway for Tatoh's team to utilize, and some extra resources, okay? Because I don't like this. Oh, we are sending a Vill over here. Okay, maybe we get the walls up nice and aggressive-like right here. Even then, though, you still have to worry about this side. So you'd want walls like here and here even to make it difficult for Tatoh's team. Okay, here are the walls. At the very least, your opponents would have to run a long distance around, but they still have a way to get in. Something you got to be careful about. I don't see any sneak villagers, by the way, either in all of this. So no one's going to get surprised by anything. Trapped relic, trapped resources back here. Docks are up, fish booms are underway. And unfortunately for Moore, he was never able to battle all the way through those walls and get in with villagers, and instead he's just going to relegate them to wood lines at the moment. Feudal Age is in here for Ganji. The first to hit Feudal Age. Love that. Alongside Nilly, that is. Nilly is, of course, playing as the Cumans, which I don't think we ever said. So he went to Feudal Age early to drop a second TC, and he's Cuman booming from this point forward. So you're going to see a pretty big villager lead start to build, I think, here on the side of Tato's team, just as a result of Nilly booming away. Over here, no more action found just yet. And you know how earlier I said no sneak villagers? Well, FedEx decided to one-up me in that one. And I don't think Chaos to Win is going to catch it. He's running villagers around, but he did not see this archery range. Archers in the queue. FedEx, man. FedEx might come up big for his team here, as he's also moving out with 2 villagers to try and get a wall down. And Nilly's not going to be able to stop this wall with just a low-health scout. As much as that Tiger wants to help him out, won't be enough. Villagers still looping around. Don't have enough time to get there, I don't think. Stonewalls now for Rapard as he hits the Feudal Age. Sleepy Swede is the furthest away. Boom, just gets there now. And now Castle coming in for a number of players. Look at that timing there for Ganji. Is the Mongols. So, of course, with all of that Rhino meat, easy Castle Age play for him. And he's still got plenty of rotting food underneath his town center to deal with. Towers on both sides here for more. That's super aggressive. I also don't know how I feel about going for this stone. Granted, you are out of range of that tower. I think I would probably have just opted for the safer stone and then place a castle here and then move on to these resources. But Rapard's got to be very careful because these are super exposed resources here, right? Super exposed resources. I wish I understood what was going on. I'll let go my Lego. No worries. Stick around more often. Ask questions if you're confused, and people will be happy to answer, I'm sure. Where's my hatch, by the way? Thank you so much for the 2 months. Appreciate it, my friend, with that Prime Gaming. Much love, much love. I'm well, Kalis. I hope you're well as well. But yeah, I don't know how I feel about what more is going to be able to get done with these towers, and I think he thinks the same because he's going to put up stone walls behind. So he realizes, okay, I'm not really going to achieve much. At the very least, I've prevented him from being aggressive on me. 4 TCs immediately for Ganji, by the way. First to castle, first to 4 TCs. He's going to have a disgusting boom behind all of this. And yeah, sure, stone walls are up here for Chaos to Win. And he did find the archery range. And they are tracking this villager. Low health scout. Even bringing another scout over. I think if they get couple random hits in here, they can take that that villager down. Archer's still in the queue, but he's now producing them into skirms that will be able to track them. So I don't know how much this forward is going to get done. I liked the look, though. I liked the idea there from FedEx, and I was really hoping it was going to net them something, but it appears that that won't be the case. Okay, Sleepy Swede about to hit Castle Age as well. Now, he's got a nice little fish boom going, and he's been great at Castle Age booming in all the previous games. So how many TCs does he drop immediately? 1. 2. Oh, he doesn't have the wood for it. Okay, so just a second TC at the moment. With not enough wood to place another down. Tatoh moves to 3 TCs. Also got his fish boom rolling. Look at this fish boom, though. I mean, Nilly is just feeling himself right now. 45 villagers, 17 fishing ships, 62 total eco units. Look at that. Next closest is 47 right now from Rapard. And Rapard is still in the Feudal Age as well. So Nilly will soon be able to make the choice here to go to the Castle Age. He's dropping more farms. He's got all of these fishing ships working. So that food count is about to shoot up. Now 22 on food, right? Compare that to everybody else. It's only the Mongols player right now that's got him beat in that regard. And that's because he's 4 TC booming. So he needs as much food as he can get to keep that rolling. Over on this side, just taking another peek. It's stone walls for both players. And we're completely safe in that regard. Just 1 tower, slightly harassing. Walled in. This archery range So those five archers aren't going to achieve much there. 4th TC now in the back for Tatoh. On this side, nobody's been able to get up to the castle age just yet. 10 seconds more here for more, but he beats his opponent by 2 minutes. I assume he'll just go into a boom like he did last game, though. He's got the stone walls and the towers up, so probably feels pretty safe. So, oh no, Siege Workshop. Siege Workshop and Eco upgrades. So it's 1 TC play for a bit, for more. A little unexpected. Now 4th TC here for Sleepy Swede. No farms. Look at that. No farms yet because he's going heavy plow. And the fish boom was good enough to sustain the TCs for the time being. He is low on food, though, only 6 on food. So he's going to have to start dropping farms like freaking crazy. There it is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Just like that. 5th TC now for the Mongols player. Yo, Stegminator with the Prime Gaming. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. 5 TCs for the Mongols. That is nuts. More stone walls on this side for more. So why did we go... What's the plan then? I mean, I'm assuming that mangonel production here then was just to make sure that if your opponent tries to batter your walls down, you have range to deal with it. Because double stone walling this side, you already have a tower up. Feels maybe like a little overly defensive, if I'm being honest. Where the wood that was put into these 2 mangonels could have been your first TC. But instead, it looks like he wants a castle drop. He's got 5 on stone. He's almost at 650 stone at that. And he wants to push forward. So he's going to start working on these walls. He's going to try and prevent Rapard from getting more walls up. And Rapard goes for his first castle here on the left-hand side. Not to protect Rapard. What is this? I hate this castle position. This should be your castle. Where these 2 gates are. Imagine that's a castle. You clear up that tower, and you still have control of all of these resources. Does anybody else just absolutely hate this castle? What the heck? Okay, over on this side, Chaos to win. He's dropping a castle of his own forward, and it's TCs here for FedEx. So FedEx is going to boom against the 1 TC play of his opponent. And just like that, more houses go down, trying to keep the walls up, buy himself some time to outboom his opponent and then respond later. But here we go. 4 mangonels now through. They still have to get down, or get through these gates, rather. But imagine the castle's there. Yes, Janissaries get to respond. And Janissaries do decently well against mangonels, because they've got solid range and good damage output. Tatoh getting a centralized castle position here. And let's not forget that as the Khmer, he can make Ballista Elephants. He could cut through right here. That's 3 trees that he has to cut. And boom, just like that, they're through. So we'll have to track that later on. TC's now up for Chaos to win behind all of this. Sleepy Swede booming away. FedEx, or Ganji rather, sorry. FedEx was green in the previous games. Ganji continuing to boom away. Take a look at the eco counts. Near identical overall. But if we look at individuals, 120 here for Ganji's team. And that's without a fish boom on the way to the Imperial Age. Rapard on the way to the Imperial Age on 1 TC. We expected that out of the Turks player. Janissaries' 1 TC play is super potent. On this side, we only have 1 player going to the Imperial Age, and that's Nili, who's now moving to a 4th TC as well. His boom looks good, too. He's got fish plus villagers, 74 villagers, 33 fishing ships. Look at that. Masterful. Masterful fish boom. Gotta love it. What happened in the last hit podcast that I had going? Artemis is dealing with some health issues, so he's not able to film. So unfortunately, that podcast might be dead. Is this on the new patch? No, it's on the old patch. It's on the old patch. So we had to go on a little beta version. All right. Castles coming up here for the Mongols player. 2 of them, as we speak, a minute away from the Imperial Age. So we're going to get that Mangadai production onto the field. A second castle here from Tatoh, and nobody's aware of this. This is big. Ballista Elephants with a cut. And then all of Nilly's cav behind it. This could just be a killing blow right here. This right here, if the two flanks can hold on, which is going to be the real question, right? If the two flanks can hold on, then I feel like the two pockets here for Tato's team are just going to lay waste to their opponents. Second castle coming up over here on the right-hand side for Rapard. He's got trebuchets rolling forward as well as bombard cannons, though. Don't forget, free chemistry here for Turks upon reaching the Imperial Age, so tons of siege onto the field. And it's going to be really, really tough for Moore to hold on. He is on the way to the Imperial Age himself with just the one TC, but this castle is not going to last long, and he's going to have to put up a ton of stone walls to try and live. Just needs to live, though. That's really it. Because his allies are going to do all the damage through the center of the map if they can break through. It's a third castle now here for Ganji, and I like this position. He'll catch it pretty early on that his opponents are trying to break through. For Sleepy Swede, though, what's the answer? He's playing Bulgarians, and it looks like he as well wants to go castle play, right? Unique unit, but he only has one castle up currently. Maybe it's just pikemen at the moment. Okay, it's going to be pikemen and halberdiers for the time being. Maybe later he can make his way into the unique unit. So Moore, can you hold off the pressure of two opponents? He's going stone walls even further behind all of this. It's now a fourth castle up here for Ganji. Mangudai are in production. All the techs are coming through. The final Imperial Age clicks are coming through as well for his team. FedEx is 3 minutes away, but the cut has begun, and in fact, it's almost complete. They took a longer route, but it's not going to be seen as easily. I'm waiting to see the X on the screen here from Ganji. No one's seen it just yet. There are 20 Cavalier on the field. We've broken through here. Nilly and Tatoh. And it's going to be hard to plug that hole. So how much damage can they get done? Over on this side, there's been no progress from either team. And so it's all about what these Cavalier and these Ballista Elephants get done. Tons of villagers already going down here for Ganji. I would leave a couple Cav just behind to make sure that we don't get this plugged back up. Even Camel Archers now coming through there for Chaos to win, though. So 3 different players utilizing that point of ingress. So Moore, can you hold on? Look at him. He's in full panic mode. Walls are coming up. He does have fortified wall, but the Janissaries roll forward. It's 4 trebuchets. 2 bombard cannons here for Rapard. He's going to try and get the killing blow dealt on the right-hand side while his team has to deal with everything that's coming up the gut. Ballista Elephants idling some of the economy here from Ganji. We've got Camel Archers now wreaking havoc. It's just 4 of them, but they can kite for days. And a steady stream of Cavalier and Ballista Elephants come through. Again, they don't have siege. This is the real problem right now for Tato's team, is there's no siege to support this push. So all they can do is eco damage while they try and establish some amount of a siege push, maybe here on the left-hand side with the Camel Archers and Trebuchets or something like that. Taking a look at the right-hand side, forward for another castle now from Rapard. He's going to be battering against these walls soon. Trebuchets need to target fire, though, and start to create some holes in these walls because it's just more walling from Moore. Being true to his name, he's just doing more of it. I don't like that TC position. Honestly, I would drop a TC back here. Drop a TC back here. Put a gate right here. At the very least, you could concede all of this space, because this is a super dangerous position for you to be in. And you're committing so much to walling up all of this space. Back over to the center of the map. It's Paladins now. It's Paladins and Elite Ballista Elephants here for Tatoh and Nilly. They did get the gates up from Ganji, so they can't push as easily. Can maybe cut through more of the trees, though. Cut. And the Paladins run in. It's a really compact eco, though, at the moment there for Ganji. It'd be hard to get any real damage dealt anyway with the number of TCs that he has for safety. So at the moment, it's looking pretty scary for Moore. Looking pretty scary over here. He's only got 50 villagers at the moment. 1 TC. Taking a lot of pressure. We did finally get siege onto the map, though. Capped rams here from the humans player in Nilly. Ballista Elephants have so much health, man. They can just walk at onagers. So much health. Be careful with those halbs, though. They will deal damage when they close that gap. First castle goes down. First castle goes down. That's pretty big. Siege ram now coming in for Tatoh, by the way. Oh, did he cancel it? Okay, Tatoh canceled it, or Siege Workshop died, wherever that may have been researching. Either way, We've broken through yet again on this side for Rapard. More walls going up, so that's what I wanted to see right there. Another layer of walls here. Love that for more. He's doing well defensively. He's going to keep some units here in the right-hand corner. Needs to run the rest. He's also walling up, double walling here. So, yeah, the recipe for success right now for Tato's team is just push through the middle. And Moore has to play tower defense, basically. Continues the cut. Continues the cut. Trying to find more ways to get into the eco. But I actually think Ganji's team has done a fantastic job of getting walls and gates up. Look at this. Even though Paladins got through, they didn't find much damage. Not underneath TC Fire and Castle Fire. Love that Krepos position. Another Krepos position here for safety out of our Bulgarians player. Tatoh completed the cut, so there's another little pathway here if Nilly can get some Paladins through. But right now they're dealing... Oh, look at this. They're looking for the killing blow right now. How many is that? That's 6 Siege Rams, Elite Ballista Elephants, and 25 Paladins. Here we go. This could be it. The final fight of the game right here, if enough damage is dealt from Tato's team. It's the Mangadai who have to retreat. There's only 18 in numbers. A decent number of Halberdiers that are wrapping around the back here. Tatoh, you got to be aware of this. You got to deal with those from FedEx before they come in. Either snipe your ballistas or snipe the Rams at that. But the Siege Rams, man, they just plow through buildings at this point. Now targeting the next castle. We're down to just 3 castle production, by the way, for the Mongols player. Soon to be 2 castle production because we can't even threaten any of those Rams. We got the Siege Onagers, though, trying to find good hits, and they did find good shots onto the Paladins just there. Enough Halberdiers to protect those Siege Onagers as well. So now how's the micro against the Siege Onagers here for Tatoh? And he is doing pretty well to make sure that he doesn't lose too many Ballista Elephants. And once again, Rapard runs into more walls while he tries to find damage. More fortified walls that he has to keep pushing through. The boom continues here for more. He's finally getting some military production buildings up. We'll see if he can produce anything to help stave off that push. Also, where is Chaos to win in all of this? He's just about to reach the Imperial Age. He's 40 seconds away. He did lose his castle on the front here, but he did break a hole into this wall, and now Camel Archers are through. Camel Archers are actually fantastic against the Mangadai as well, so where you would think that the Mongols player is going to be happy to go late and build up that mass, Camel Archers will start to make quick work of those Mangadai. This is looking pretty nasty right now for Ganji's team. The military numbers look fantastic for them. But all of that said, they're not achieving much with that military. It's really just a one-man army in Rapard over here trying to deal the damage. Are the trade lines set up just yet? We do have market here. And we broke through over here and we found the extra resources there. That's big in a market here. So trade is beginning for both teams. Tatoh and Nilly feeling like they have to respond to the pressure that Rapard is bringing over to this side, and they do push back. But while all that's happened, they're also losing their push on this side. Siege Rams go down, so Ballista Elephants are all by their lonesome again. Okay, we've stalled out a little bit. Well done by Ganji's team. Honestly, look at that military unit comparison. Double the military. Now, of course, for example, Ballista Elephants, 310 health, right, compared to like a Halberdier. The value of that military is absolutely massive for Tato's team. But they also have to keep those numbers up. It's only 7 military up here for more. It's only 17 military here for Chaos to win, and their villager counts still aren't good enough. On this side, everyone's doing a lot better here for Ganji's team. Khmer are wildly strong in the late game. But for the first time in the game, it actually feels like Ganji's team thinks that they have a way in. And look at that. They've cut a hole on the left-hand side. We got the Mangadai in. 29 Mangadai. Dude, they could kill all these villagers. You could kill 25 villagers. No. Right here, Ganji. I think you should stick around, actually, with... Yeah, I would kill these villagers first. And then just camp over here by the markets. Instead, he's losing a lot of his Mangadai over here. Down to 22 of them at this point. But he did make it through. So how much damage will he get done on the back end here? That's the question. Looking at the centralized forces, though, it's going to be 3 trebuchets coming forward here for FedEx to start working away on the castles from Tatoh. Tatoh doesn't have any help at the moment. Literally 0 help all by his lonesome to defend this. Where are the rest of the units on the map? He's trying to cut another hole on this side with 24 ballista elephants. We've got Nilly just throwing Hussar through. Repairs coming in onto this castle. Where are the camel archers? No camel archers in the queue at the moment, even though we have 2 castles. That's no good. That's no good. This is actually looking really scary all of a sudden. Ganji's team, I think, is going to push this one back. I think Ganji's team is going to push this one back. Like, yes, these ballista elephants and mass are still terrifying, but they need something else to support them. And if the castles start to go down, the production is going to get worse for Tatoh. The production for his allies doesn't seem to be there. Okay, 3 bombard cannons out onto the field. That's something. But we're just repairing with no real source of recourse. On this side, Rapard is just kind of solidifying his position, right? Dropping extra castles along the way. And now he's transitioned into a full boom. Right behind all of that, he was able to get 2 more TCs up. And now he's up to 120 villagers. Lowest on his team, but higher than 3 players on the opposing team. The ecos just aren't strong enough for Tato's squad at this point. And their trade line is running right through this point of the map. Camel archers, not out in mass just yet. This is looking bad. This looks so weird with big trees. Yeah, somebody's got to remind me between last game and this game, or this game and next game, rather. Jesus. To put small trees back on. I keep forgetting. Okay, Paladin now on the field for the Lithuanians of all players. I don't think he managed to get any relics, unfortunately, even though he's got 5 monasteries, which is pretty funny. If any of his teammates have any relics, they might consider sending them over just to give him an added attack bonus. But look at that. Tato's numbers have dwindled. He has to rotate all of his elite ballistas from over here to the left-hand side of the map. We do have more paladins and hussars on the way here from Nilly, so maybe the pushback can begin. It's elite camel archers, now in a decent number, who can maybe push forward and contest the elite Mengadai. On this side, okay, Moore's in the game. Moore's back in the game, though. Siege Ram, how many? He's got 12 Siege Rams and Winged Hussar on this side. He doesn't have full upgrades for this Winged Hussar just yet. Full armor upgrades, at least to the extent that the Poles can get them, because they're missing the final upgrade. Not the final attack upgrades, but he's pushing back the Janissaries. Just like that, he's pushing back the Janissaries, and he might actually have the production to overwhelm in terms of numbers. Look at all these Winged Hussars coming over. This is a huge push by Moore on the right-hand side, trying to save his team. As on the left-hand side, we've got a massive push out of Ganji's squad. Look at all these siege onagers rolling forward. This is going to be terrifying for Tatoh to have to engage into. And these choke points are definitely terrifying as well. Mengadai in mass, finally. 30 is the number here. And the castles are once again under fire. It's only 2 castle production for Chaos to win. And he's the one who's got the counter unit to those Mengadai. He has to get the camel numbers up. And he can't do that in the face of elite skirmishers right now. This is a great unit composition overall for the side of Ganji's team. We'll check back in on this side, though. Castles going down. 2 of them went down in that time here for Moore. Or rather, Rapard's castles, 2 more. But we did clear up all the siege onagers, or siege rams. So just like that, with halberdiers and janissaries in a 2v1 situation, they're able to stop the bleeding on this side. And Moore's not finding as much progress as he wanted. Now we've got siege onagers on this side for the Mongols player. I think drill behind that as well, based on the speed that they're moving. That means that these castles are not long for this world. Even at this point, siege onagers moving into range to take that down. Now we're down to 1 castle production here for the camel archers. And remember, the trade is running right through this. It's a very constricted map here for Team Tatoh, and the GG is called. That was a nice last-ditch effort on this side by Moore, with all the Winged Hussar and huge ram numbers to try and take it, but unfortunately wasn't enough to overwhelm Rapard, and Sleepy Swede had enough halberdiers there to support him as well. That could have been it. Could have been a big push to bring this one back, but Ganji's team moving up to 2-1 in the series overall. Really well played by them. They dealt with the pressure in the middle here really well. They got great walls up, right? I think these Krepos were key. All of these stone walls that they got up, these gates, everything, right? They stopped the bleeding. They didn't take much eco damage to all of those paladins and elite ballista elephants. It was a terrifying initial push from the 2 pockets here on Tato's team, but Ultimately, not enough to get it done. Ganji's team moves up into series point.